All right. KOSS BT540i. So I've had these for a while. KOSS sent me a whole grab bag full of stuff, and this is a filler. It's a filler episode that I like did the sound demo because I was doing sound demos. I'm like, oh, I should need the Bluetooth headphone. I guess I'll just do these. So now I'm like, oh well, if I want to use that sound demo, I gotta make a video for these. And so it's time for me to form an opinion. I didn't need to form an opinion to do the Bluetooth, do the sound demo, but now I have to form an opinion. And the problem with forming an opinion on these is this should be an easy hate review, but it's not, because it's KOSS, and I kind of love KOSS. I mean, I have KOSS stickers on my car and on my laptop, and KPH30Is exist, but then, you know, you got to remember, you always got to call back. If you haven't seen my review of the new remanufactured Pro 4AA, not the original old school one that I got, the new one, that was the worst headphone I've ever reviewed. Like, bar none. Like, bar fucking none. Most uncomfortable, worst sounding. What else is there in a headphone? Really, if it knocks it down to it. So, I don't look upon KOSS as this omnipotent being of everything is great. It's sort of like everything can be fantastic or shit, or like this in the middle. Because this was sent, and it's a Bluetooth headphone, and it's a closed back, obviously, Bluetooth headphone, and it has some weird, like, the quirks and features. I know I'm stealing Doug DeMuro's lines, but he and I are very similar in that we look at weird shit and decide, oh, this is cool because of this. Like, why does anything need to fold like this? Why? Like, you can't, like, bend it. Like, that's it. It just does that. And then it folds, like, this is as far back as it'll go. It'll fold flat, or it'll go another 90 degrees to shoot outwards, which, I mean, I guess that's if you want to be that cool DJ guy. I've seen headphones that do this specifically for being like, yeah, we're mixing on turntables. I don't know why this has it. And it's a Bluetooth headphone. It's connected to a Bluetooth. And you see this bright blue blinking LED? Indicating we're connected, and it's connected. It never stops blinking. It's a lot of other headphones, you know, blink, blink, and then they wait. Blink, blink, I'm connected. Blink, blink, like just a lightweight. This is like, fuck, this looks like a pairing mode. It's not pairing mode. When you hold the button over, then it goes into pairing mode, then it flashes red and blue, and makes a weird beep. So it's just like you have this constant, and then let me tell you, that is bright. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but if you're wearing this at night, walking down the street, people are going to know you got a set of KOSS on. And then, like, the build quality, because I had to look up the price of these, because it's been a while since I played with the price. And I forgot, or I didn't care, because it's like, all right, it's a Bluetooth KOSS, I'm sure they did whatever. And I pick them up, and I'm like, all right, let me think. What do I think these cost? Which is a fun game to play when you're Zios. And I put the bidding in at $80, and they're $120. That's 50% off of my estimate. It's 50% more. And that makes this very hard on me, because I sort of don't like the way they sound, but then they sort of grow on you, and then you're like, well, the build is weird, and like I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's gonna live forever. It's not the worst build, but the plastics here don't feel like the greatest things. It does have KOSS. And also, the way it fits in your head. So, you may have noticed it has like an odd shape to it. Like that. Like this headband is like permanent. And the problem is, because of that swivel, it can do this. Do you see what it's doing here? Like, I'm just able to do that. And when you put it on your head, if you put it on your head perfectly straight, you might put it on your head and then it'll do that. And then you can't feel it because the pad's around. So you just start twisting the sides until it's like, you'll eventually get that straight. But it's annoying. Then you gotta look at the buttons. I have Tautronics. South sent me like 3 of their Bluetooth headphones. I haven't gotten to them yet. But I guarantee you, if I pick any of those Tautronics up, the buttons this is terrible. Like, KOSS, come on. $80 less, and I could do, you know, okay, these little buttons, that's play, pause, and there's a nipple, and then there's next and last track, and then the volume buttons are... I actually don't hate the placement of the buttons. I have a issue usually with Bluetooth headphones that have nothing on one side and everything on the other. And this indeed has nothing on one side and everything on the other. So you put them on like this, and the R and L indicators are... The fuck are they? There, on the outside. It says KOSS in the front. So what is it doing? It says KOSS in the front, but not in the back. So in case you wanted to know. Well, I have to undo the rotation. So you get your hand on it. The pads, honestly... The actual on-ear presence is not terrible. It's this weird geometry thing that it keeps doing that makes it the uncomfortable part. But then when you grab it, you note, look, my thumb is right over those buttons. And my pointer finger is right over the volume. So volume up and down is actually in a way more convenient spot than it would be if it was on the bottom and you had to push up. Because you got to grab your headphone, and I'm literally touching both sets of buttons. I can change tracks, or I could do volume with one hand. I'm okay with the placement. I'm not okay with the build quality. The button is terrible. And they work, but it's like, I feel like they need to, like, if this is a level 6 plastic, they need to be a level 7 or 8 plastic. I don't know if there's actually a thing like that. Like level 10 plastics are like perfect. And then level like 4 plastics are like the original Beats are like level 4 plastics. This is better than that. I don't feel like it's gonna rub off on my hands. But like the control surfaces are not great. Blue LED. The switch is off and then on, and then that's a temporary, so you could hold it that way to initiate thing. 3.5 millimeter, which comes with a wire, which not a USB-C. There's your microphone. I don't think I've made a phone call with this. Like to actually test the mic. Assume it has a microphone. We're not gonna go farther than that. So it folds. It actually comes with a beautiful case. Like this is one of the, honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that that logo that is embroidered and pressed in is crooked, and you're seeing it, aren't you? Am I the only one seeing it? Like that? I'm holding the case straight, and now that's straight, and I'm holding the case straight. So I mean, KOSS things, just KOSS things. Here are the wires it comes with. It actually comes with a KOSS branded USB micro, and a KOSS branded aux cable that is just... I don't want to touch it too much. Here's your little bag for those, which is Velcroed in. I always like these little things, but I never use them. I feel like there's other reasons. And of course, it would fit in here like this. You'd have to collapse it down. I hate when you have to adjust the size of a headphone to fit it into a bag to take it places, because it should all work with the most extended thing. Like if that's the size of your head and you want to put these down and take it back out, that should work. If it folded like this, actually you could just do that. Because it's not really that tight. Yeah, I just fixed it. There you go. So if you don't use the actual marked positions like that to get that to fit in there. Other than that being crooked, it's a really nice case. That is the complete metaphor for this pair of headphones. Wow, this is a really nice case. Why is that crooked? Oh, well, let's just move on. How do they sound? Well, let's take a look at the manuals that it came with. And I just want to point something out, because this is interesting. Usually manuals come with multiple languages. And this has 2 ticker tape style instruction manuals. This one is English, and it's very simple. Bluetooth discovery, how to find another device using an NFC. It does have NFC for near-field communication in case you want to pair it that way, which is actually an advanced feature. And then it shows you how the things work. And here's the light language, which is blue flashing equals power. Blue and red flashing equals Bluetooth. Solid blue equals full charge. Red flashing equals dead. And red solid means dead. English. The other one, Russian. Why? Why is it only in English and Russian? Why? That's so weird. There's like 12 other languages I would think to expect before Russian came up. But there you go. What's this guy doing? Bluetooth 4.0 wireless sound. So at least it does have aptX. We are connected to the Tautronics sender, which this is what I use for like when I'm doing live streams, because this thing goes all the way to another apartment, like 60 feet through a wall or several walls. And I got fiber optic feeding it. Optical aptX is showing. The reason I was like, oh, this is going to be a guaranteed bad review is because I put them on and then put Code Geass back on, or South Park. Nice. The fate of a nation. In your hand. Oh, I got to adjust it. Oh God, the twisting, just getting that right, because I could feel it's not straight, takes a solid 5 seconds. All right, my first impression when I first got them and when I put them on, every fucking time I put them on, is, oh my God, what is this echoey nonsense? Ugh. I make that sound. And then I have to wear them because it's my job to wear them. And then eventually that all just wears in and I start being like, oh, these are okay. And then I take them off for any period of time and then I put them back on and I'm like, ugh, again. Like, are they too loud? Like, what am I doing? How am I? Zeos can't headphone. Like, this song is just bad. Like, that song is bad. It just doesn't sound good. Let's try lowering the actual output of this in case that's overbearing it. Oh, I want to point something out. These headphones on Bluetooth are the loudest headphones. Here, I'll put this back up. They're crazy efficient. And when you turn them up, which I just did, listen to the creaking. Because I'm squeezing. So they don't sound good on initial listen, and they creak. But then I listen to tracks, and I actually, once you're settled on your head, they're pretty comfortable. Once that fucking kink thing isn't working, the pads, even though they're not memory foam, but they're round and they're a nice loose 2-knuckle with some fabric in here. They'll actually sit, and I'm pretty sure these get such high ratings on Amazon because of the fit. It's odd as fuck getting them on your head the very first time, but once it's straight, it's straight. And then you do this, and it's good. And they sit, there's not that much pressure on your ears. They have a decent clamp. You can always adjust the clamp by doing that if you want a little less clamp. Don't be afraid to manipulate your headphones. You know, you look a little fat in that dress, and then she'll go put on another dress. Yeah, I've even lightened the clamp up a little more. They're not active noise cancel or anything, so a real good seal is not like super required. Some songs, they sound at least a minimum of acceptable. And other tracks, they don't sound good at all. This one's not bad. Requiem for a Dream, Party, Summer 2, which is I'm sure everyone's favorite track. Who doesn't watch Requiem for... I actually haven't seen Requiem for a Dream, but I know of the whole movie because... like when there's real vocals playing, when there's like someone like Jeff Buckley live. Come on. But this isn't bad. I feel like I'm schizophrenic reviewing these fucking headphones. It's not like this is my first fucking rodeo, yet I am so confused whether I like these or don't. The build quality alone should make me hate them. The price is more than I thought it would be. Yet I just want to sit here and listen to them for a little while longer. I don't know. I think my bias towards loving KOSS is creeping up into this review. There is like a really nice $500 set of KOSS headphones coming out. I've been able to see pictures, but I cannot share them. And they look fucking nice. Actually, they look like their gaming headset, but if their gaming headset wasn't a gaming headset, and instead it was fucking nice. This is perfect. It's from The Revenant. There's a track from The Revenant. There's just deep cellos. Deep cellos are fine. Sometimes music sounds like it's echoey and but again, I was wearing them for a minute and it got better. Like there's something they do that you have to get used. It's like putting on blue blocker sunglasses. All of a sudden, everything's fucking orange. And then after like 5-10 minutes, no, this is normal life now. And then you only notice it when you yank them off, when you rip fucking blue blockers off. Oh God, the blue. And then everything's blue. And you get used to it again. So it's one of those. I feel this way about IMs all the time. I feel like if you put on an IM, even if you get it seated properly, it takes a good minute to 2 minutes before your whole brain settles into the fact that it's pushing air and everything normalizes. It's a normalization thing. It's like when you go underwater. It's, oh my God, panic. Oh my God, pressure. And then you just stay there for a while and it normalizes. That's what these headphones feel like. I don't think if you put these headphones on anyone for 25 seconds that they're going to like them. But 10 minutes of them? There are, the point of the matter of the fact is, KOSS, there are other Bluetooth headphones that do way more than this and are built better and don't do that. I can't tell you how much that. And I don't know why it's, because that's like, it's not like these do a weird, they pivot up and they tilt this way and that way. And they tilt this way and that way. So why the fuck is this a thing? Is it just because round pad? What makes this headphone so goddamn uncomfortable? Uncomfortable to adjust. Comfortable when it's on your head. I don't know. This is... I can't recommend them. I want to... The smallest part of me wants to be like, well, look, they got 4.5 stars on Amazon. Something must be something right. I don't read the reviews. I just know that that's star number. But then again, Beats probably have 4 stars on Amazon. Shit like that. You giving me a $50 headphone is fine. Give me a $100 headphone, it's not fine. And these are $120. Everything else is just sort of like, it feels like, first of all, they don't sit and look normal at all. That's why that picture is so on skew. That is not how a headphone is supposed to sit on a table. Only like maybe severe monitoring headphones. This thing is just too wide. I don't know. This is an uninspired Z review, but you get a cute wallpaper out of it, so shut up. If you like cute wallpapers, leave a comment. These will definitely be in a yard sale. Someone's gonna find a use for them. Someone's gonna be like, oh my God, Zeos, quick, give me these KOSS. Like, look at the sticker. Isn't even centered on that. Like, they're made in China. So KOSS, obviously, KOSS is an American company, but everyone contracts out to China. And they can't even get their stickers on there properly. I think the other side's straight. This side's better. That glue overrun? What is that? These are some They're They don't do anything for me. I'm absolutely fucking stoked about the $500 that it costs. But it's shit like this that takes that absolute stokedness and takes it down just like a few percent. It's like when you know sex is coming. You know sex is coming, you're stoked, but oh God, what if she's got a penis? It's that sort of like, there's that little in the back of your mind, what if you smell, what if you shit your pants, what if you puke? It's always there. You have great hopes, but it's always there. And these are just basically, this is me shitting my pants. This is a straight up shit in my pants. So it's like, it would take a bunch of stuff being changed to make these like an absolute fucking, like, oh my God, greatest fucking thing KOSS ever made. I still think you just go with a BTR3K and some KPH30Is. Honestly, the only problem with using KPH30Is or Porta Pros, both linked in the description, by the way, all links in the description of all these things, is that it lets sound in. Those headphones are so small, they barely let sound out. I've been on airplane rides, and I've used KPH30Is. And I've asked the people next to me, because I was sitting next to them, and said, excuse me, is the sound from these bothering you? And they went, I can't even hear them. And I'm blasting Static X or something stupid on like the BTR 3 or 5. And it was like, all right, cool. And the problem is it lets sound in. Usually you get close headphones to keep people from hearing what you're listening to or block sound out. So if it's a 50-50. What the fuck? There's a million headphones. There's a million other headphones. I'm about to do those swans too. Anyway, that's the end of these. That's the last I will speak of them. And unless you, like, you'd have to have a severe mod list to make these like, ooh, perfect. So thank you, KOSS, for sending me a grab bag of stuff. Not everything's going to be loved. At least I got into your studio monitors. Those things were pretty all right. They were real neutral. Like the studio monitors are cheaper than this. Get one of those and a Bluetooth receiver. Fucking done. Anyway, sound demo for these in the description. I don't remember how they recorded. It's been a while. Link to that wallpaper. You can crop that out, put it on your phone. All wallpapers are available on Patreon and Subscribestar. This channel runs on Patreon and Subscribestar. The benefits of joining the Patreon and Subscribestar is I smile, my cat smiles and gets her medical bills paid for. You get to see all these reviews early, up to a week or more. You get to ask me any questions you want on platform. Please try to keep the questions like in a timely manner. Don't give me this. Give me like, okay, this is what I have. Then I will respond, and then you'll ask another question. It's fine. So see all these reviews early. Ask me any questions you want on platform, and I've gotten real good at answering back quickly. And participate in the yard sales. Now, I said these will be in the yard sale. If you don't know what that is, at the end of the month or the beginning of every month, I suppose, from the 1st to the 10th, I see what I have reviewed, what is coming up. If I have to keep something around for comparative sake, I will do it. But other things, boom, I'm done with it. Yard sale, 1st to the 10th. Anyone's a $5 patron or $5 Subscribestar subscriber, both have the same benefits, by the way. Only I got a higher percentage on Subscribestar. You can throw a bid on any items. All the items, one item. And if you win and you're continental United States, I ship for free. If you're international, you will be paying half shipping. Because even if I had to ship these to like Bangladesh, it's probably like $80. So you'll be paying 40 of that 80 if you want them. If you really want them, and you better want them, because I'll sign them if you want. And the $10 tier, which is the higher tier, gets you in the behind-the-scenes private Telegram chat, which is probably the reason my phone is buzzing right now. A lot of influx since COVID happened. A lot of people are finding that like the greatest place on earth. Meanwhile, they're all going to be poor because everyone keeps recommending everyone buy expensive things. So what amp DAC you have? SMSL, why isn't it an RME 80i2? And Arias. And the question and the answer is I don't know. And then they keep hammering at you until you have one. I don't. I haven't fallen victim to my own patrons. I have bought things that they have recommended though. So they get to do a lot of the recommendations of like what I should buy next. They're like the main force behind Z Reviews. You want to be in the force. If you want to join the Z Reviews force, oh God, not with the police thing going on. You don't want to be in the force. Oh shit. You want to be in the Z Reviews appreciation chat. $10 a month. There are higher tiers that'll be reserved for hardware swap, but feel free to throw your money there if you want. I mean, it just makes more waifus happen. That's how this works. Waifus run on money. Anyway, that's all for today. Check out the sound demo. That'll be out tomorrow. Good try, KOSS. Try harder.